Coach of the team.
Okay, you know, not very proud of our effort here today, obviously. I want to give Jeff and Louisville a bunch of credit. They played one heck of a game, regrouped, and played it extremely well. You know, not very pleased with the way we finished the season, obviously. Feel like we made some improvements throughout the middle of the season there, and then towards the end, just couldn't hang on. Didn't play very good, didn't coach very good, and got our butts kicked.
Questions?
Mark, you've been pretty adamant every time we've asked that you don't have any interest in walking away or stepping away. Does the way this ended and knowing what's ahead of you change your mindset? I gotta ask you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to be disrespectful to you. Like, I'm gonna walk away? Are you kidding me? No. I mean,
What's your
zero means zero.
What's your argument for running this back?
0% chance of it. I don't, you know, I'm gonna be here as far as I'm concerned. No, I can't control the, you know, decisions that make. If you're asking me, I mean, I said zero. Zero means zero. 0% chance out of it.
Mark, can you just talk about the range of emotions the last 4 weeks, the 2 wins against Auburn and Florida, and then the back-to-back losses?
Yeah, again, I was, you know, proud of the growth we were making. We were improving and getting better, and you know, we couldn't sustain it. We didn't play very good here these past couple of weeks, and you know, it's a tough situation, and you know, I have to continue to get the depth that's needed to hang on. You know, and we have some injuries at some positions that just we're just not getting it done. Not playing very good football, but truthfully, we didn't play good in any area today.
Mark, do you think there was any carryover from last week into today?
I don't know. You know, can't let it. You know, we can't give in. We can't cave. We can't quit. And you know, I don't like the way we finished.
Mark, if you are back, what would you tell the fans that things can be better than they've been the last 2 years?
Well, I mean, you know, we're gonna work like we always do. We're gonna try to build this roster. You know, we've been in tough spots before, and we're gonna continue to improve. I mean, I love the young players that we have on our team. I have to get more. We have to get more depth. We have to be good across the board to play the schedule that we do. And you know, I think depth is a big issue. You know, we have to have enough players. You know, we have a good young quarterback that's a redshirt freshman.
Mark, you have a few coaches that have expiring contracts. You had talked about working through that and figuring out what you all are going to do. When will those decisions start to come if you do come back next season?
This week coming up, you know, next couple of weeks. I mean, just got done here with this last game. Get back in the office tomorrow.
Mark, what's your vision for the offense moving forward? Obviously, you made strides in that 3-game winning streak, but it kind of all went away in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it certainly did. You know, we just didn't play very good here. In particular, these last 2 games, we were making some strides, and you know, we certainly didn't here at the end.
Mark, you typically have your guys pretty fired up to play. In this game, why were things so flat?
I just don't think we're good enough. You know, and we just weren't good enough today. You know, give them credit, and we need to be better, play better, coach better, and you know, put them in a better position, get some positive momentum. You know, I think, you know, early in the game, both teams were feeling it, the game out, and the block punt certainly gave them a big spot.
There was one special teams area, another one was tipped, and then there was some penalties on special teams. That had been a strength for you guys for most of the year.
It has been a strength. You know, I think, you know, it's just we can do better. I mean, there's attrition, but nobody's interested in excuses right now.
Mark, as far as the game today, how can you explain getting dominated so much in the trenches?
Yeah, it wasn't good. You know, we had been, you know, had our moments certainly this year of, you know, being physical when we needed to, and we're not good enough today.
Mark, I know you guys have talked about you just weren't good enough today. A lot of the success in this program was built on dominating this rivalry, winning SEC games. How far away are you guys from getting to where you'd like to be in certain stances?
I mean, we have work to do. You know, we have a lot of things to do. I mean, again, I feel like there's a good foundation to work with. We need more players, and we need the players that we have to continue to be developed.
Mark, you do have to admit that this is probably, in your time here, as down morale-wise as the fan base has felt. Is that a fair statement, and how does that affect you?
Yeah, I mean, I can't answer that. I really can't. You know, I don't know. I mean, I don't really, you know, look at anything, I mean, other than my office and, you know, our building. And, you know, I understand that. You know, I do. I own that. It is what it is. You know, I can promise you we care. We work hard, and there's been some ups and downs, and you know, we will improve.
Last one for Coach.
How surprised were you with a bowl being on the line today that they didn't come out and play a lot better than what they did?
I'm disappointed. You know, we didn't play better. You know, I can't put my finger on it. You know, I felt like, you know, after last week, I feel like, you know, they have a lot to do with it. You know, and you know, I felt like we would respond the right way. We talked about it all week. I felt like the preparation was there. I felt like the energy was there, and you know, I felt like we couldn't get anything going to get in life or to get some excitement, to get some fight, you know, and just didn't make it happen.
Is that why you went for the fourth down? Just
Yeah.
trying to,
I did. You know, I just felt like it was just so flat and stagnant that I just needed to, you know, I pushed, you know, and I don't think it would have mattered either way, the way they took care of their business today, but, you know, certainly, you know, at that point in time, it was probably pressing.
Mark, you mentioned you need more players. What is the selling point that you get to those guys?
Oh, we'll you know, we'll be able to assemble the right team. You see it all the time now with, you know, rosters, and, you know, we have a really good foundation and we need more. You know, we'll continue to add to the team, and, you know, I think in this day and age, it's a lot easier to flip a roster in some ways, you know what I mean, where you're short certain guys than in the past.
Okay, anyone else? All right. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate you. We'll have the fun coordinators, Cutter Bowling, and I believe Todd Bryant.